What's going on, people? Uh, I'm gonna talk about that, but right now I want to speak on something else, and then I'm gonna get to the last part of this. Here, that's not really. I'm gonna keep the. I kept the title in here a little longer there because I have some specific stuff that I want to talk about after this. Here, but I'm gonna talk about these two in one video. Uh, I saw a video. I don't know where to start, but I guess I'll start here. I saw a video. I ran across a video in a YouTube feed, and it's called "Body Cam Shows Intense Shootout Between Chicago Police and a Man Doing a Traffic Stop." I watched some of the video. How, if you look at that video, so-called white people, it's like they get a pride and joy out of just shooting guns and killing somebody. It's like when you look at them, it's like they get a joy out of. They love it. It's a pat. They have a passion for blood because they love it. You see what I'm saying? Just pull that video up on YouTube that I just showed you. It's called Body Cam. Excuse me. Body Cam Shows Intense Shootout Between Chicago Police and a Man Doing a Traffic Stop. If you can't remember, just take it, write it down, or record it as you hearing what I'm saying. And go look that video up, and you're gonna see exactly the nature of these people. They love shooting. They love it so much. They passionate about it, and that I guess that's the spirit God put in them because they be out for blood. They the biggest murderers in the world, you know. But I want to get on this part and talk about them Uncle Toms that done joined hand in hand. Now, a couple of them Uncle Toms have gotten shot, and I say kudos to that because I don't rejoice in my people's downfall, but when you join hand in hand with the wicked, watch this in. And I'm fixing that was the purpose of me saying that as an introduction. Now I'm finna read this from Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 21. Proverbs 11:21. The Bible says, though joined hand in hand, the wicked should not be unpunished. When you join hand in hand, when you team up and work on the police, so-called police department with the so-called white man, the Bible says you're not going to go unpunished. The Most High said in His Word, your ass is not going to go unpunished. And I say kudos to that because I would say more of that need to start happening for our people some kind of way is to get their damn wake up call because they just seem to be hard fucking headed and they blind as hell on purpose. They blind as hell on purpose. And the Bible says in Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 1, whoso loveth instruction loveth righteous, but he that hateth reproof is British. Okay. There's one that I wanted to, it was talking about Proverbs chapter 9 and verse 7. He that reproves a scorner getteth to himself shame. That means people try to shame you into telling the truth. They'll go and try to call the police on the so-called white man. And he that rebuketh a wicked man getteth himself a block. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. It takes a wise man to take heed, but will love you for what you do. He'll say, man, I love what you do. I love you speaking out against that because we sure living under that. But when you find a motherfucker that just sit up there speaking white supremacist lips, speaking out their lips, white supremacy, them the motherfuckers, they ain't not gonna last long when you're doing things like that for the enemy. And people, why do you think the Bible says in Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 11, for wisdom is better than than rubies, and all the things that may be desired, not desired or not to be compared to it. All things that be desired, you can't compare money. You can't compare being a so-called police officer for the white people. You can't compare none of that to having the wisdom of God. That's right. You can't compare that. Matter of fact, I'm hoping and I'm continuing to praying for the fall of the empire of the police department of the so-called white man. I pray that stuff like this keep happening. That if you join hand in hand with the so-called white man, then you deserve to get the punishment that you deserve. Shot or whatever you, because see, you playing right with the enemy, the so-called white man. You all have the mindset of your enemies. So, and the so-called white police officers that's actually into that type of stuff, I said, all praises to the Most High for them getting killed with their own guns and stuff. You know, because their ass is so dirty. These so-called white people is crooked as hell. Sometimes they reward need to be more than just suffering. You know what I'm saying? So, but the Bible says, Proverbs 11 and 21. Though joined hand in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall flourish. That's talking, if you read that in the context, it's talking about Israelites. You know? So what else I want? I want to make sure I don't leave out nothing. You know what I'm saying? Man, I sit up here and fell asleep. That let you know, man, I've been editing with my mother and everything, man. But I just want to just come and do this video, man. Um, the wicked are overthrown. This is Proverbs 12 and verse 7. The wicked are overthrown and are not, but the house of the righteous shall stand. That means strong. It's about the Israelite, the black, and the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people. The Bible says, "A man shall be condemned, commanded according to his wisdom, but but he that is of a perverse heart shall be despised." Your heart represents your mind. Yeah. So let me get up out of here. I keep falling asleep. So I guess I'm thinking too at the same time. So I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. I I still got to come back and talk about women gets a pass even if they are wrong. I want to talk more on that because that, like for example, if like I had they got the physical therapists and they have the home and health people come to your house. They ask me, do I want that? But you really got to be careful because all those people that come around, I mean, I get it, you know, certain things you may need help on, you ain't professional at and stuff, which I learned, I learned and got a general idea of how to do other further things. You know what I'm saying? But if they come into your space and they got an attitude with you, just like it happened with me, you stand up and you get an attitude back, they gonna go back. They can say something, lie, anything, and you'll be that. By the time she get through telling all those people, they go and tell all them people about you. You looking like you the worst person in the world, like you a threat to society. She'll make it seem like you was a threat, make it seem like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they more passionate about when they see a woman doing something and they'll come to that woman's aid. And basically, they won't hold her responsible for her end of the bargain that she calls. If the man say, well, the reason I retaliated that the way that I did, his words is not gonna get a pass. But no matter what they say, they gonna get a pass, even if she's telling a complete 100% lie on the man. You know, this is about my fourth time falling asleep in the video, y'all. I'll be back with another. Hold on, I'll be back.